Hello. In previous lecture, we have discussed substrate level phosphorylation, various reactions of substrate level phosphorylation. It is the mode of ATP generation in which substrate is broken down, energy is released, and that energy is stored in the form of ATP. So it is one of the mechanism of ATP generation. The best example of substrate level phosphorylation is fermentation. In fermentation process, actually it is a biological process carried out by microorganisms. In fermentation process, the substrate molecule is catabolized, and during catabolism energy is released, and that energy is stored in the form of ATP. So fermentation, it is the best example of substrate level phosphorylation. So in today's lecture, we are going to discuss the fermentation as the mode of ATP generation by substrate level phosphorylation. Okay, what is fermentation? Fermentation, it is a biological process in which microorganisms, they are responsible for conversion of substrate into biological product, and that is the process called as fermentation. In fermentation process, one substrate acts as an electron donor while another acts as an electron acceptor. So one substrate is broken down, catabolized, electrons are released, means energy in the form of electrons is released, and that is responsible for generation of ATP by substrate level phosphorylation. In substrate level phosphorylation, there is only one mode of ATP generation, and that is SLP. There is no oxidative phosphorylation involved. Fermentation do not involve a respiratory electron transport chain. Whatever the electrons are released during oxidation of substrate or during catabolism of substrate, those are not transferred to electron transport chain. So in fermentation process, whatever amount of energy generated, that is only by substrate level phosphorylation. No electron transport chain, that means no oxidative phosphorylation is involved in the fermentation process. Fermentation, it is mostly anaerobic process. Anaerobic organism जरी aerobic असला तरी process ही कशी असते mostly anaerobic असते. So it is an anaerobic process. But there are some organisms, example some species of Streptococcus, or example of Lactobacillus. Some examples of Lactobacillus, example Lactobacillus brevis, and another example Lactobacillus buchneri. So Lactobacillus brevis and Lactobacillus buchneri, these are lactic acid bacteria. These two are lactic acid bacteria. They produces lactic acid after glucose metabolism. So these are lactic acid bacteria. They produces lactic acid by fermentation mechanism, but aerobically. They produces lactic acid aerobically, not anaerobically. So glucose metabolize करते हैं organisms, and they produces lactic acid, but by anaerobic mode of fermentation. So overall fermentation, it is an anaerobic process, exception Lactobacillus brevis and Lactobacillus buchneri. These are the organisms which carry out lactic acid fermentation by aerobic mode of fermentation process. So as I have already mentioned, in fermentation process, one substrate acts as an electron donor, another acts as an electron acceptor. Okay, so there is coupling between electron donor and electron acceptor. Okay, fermentation, many substrates are involved, but the most common substrate in fermentation is carbohydrates, sugar. Most common substrate in fermentation mostly carbohydrates से केलं जातं. The common substrate for fermentation is carbohydrates. म्हणजे carbohydrates से sugar आहे, breakdown केली, energy release केली, त्याच्यापासून काहीतरी fermentation product synthesize केलं जातं. So common substrate, the basic substrate for fermentation is carbohydrate, but also some other substrate like some organic acids, or sometimes amino acids, or nucleic acids, or nucleotides, purines and pyrimidines. they can also serve as a substrate for fermentation. Purines and pyrimidines. So variety of organic substrate or organic molecules, they can work as a substrate for fermentation process. Example, carbohydrate, it is and basic substrate for fermentation. Carbohydrates चा fermentation केलं जातं. We know that glucose is fermented by organisms, produces variety of acids and gases. Basic carbohydrate, but also organic acid can also be fermented by organisms aerobically, anaerobically, mostly anaerobically. Amino acids can also be fermented by organisms. Likewise, purines and pyrimidines can also be fermented. So for these are certain fermentation substrates. Okay. Today's point of our discussion is not the fermentation process, but it is how exactly fermentation uses SLP, substrate level phosphorylation. म्हणजे fermentation मध्ये ATP कसं जनरेट होतं, substrate level phosphorylation कसं यूज केलं जातं. That is the point of our discussion. आपण fermentation, the types of fermentation product हा आपला point of interest नाही आहे. इथं fermentation as an example of substrate level phosphorylation आपण discuss करतो. Okay. The example of fermentation, common example of fermentation to understand SLP is lactic acid fermentation. Lactic acid fermentation. So, lactic acid fermentation. If any organism or most of the organisms, if they are provided a carbohydrate, carbon source, they ferment the carbon source and they produces variety of organic acid. One of the organic acid is lactic acid produced by organisms. Okay, based upon the lactic acid producing ability, the organisms are called lactic acid bacteria. So there is a common term, lactic acid bacteria. म्हणजे काय? Those organisms which can produce lactic acid after fermentation of sugar. जेव्हा ऑर्गॅनिझमला आपण शुगर प्रोव्हाइड करतो, ते शुगरला ऑर्गॅनिझम फर्मेंट करतो आणि फर्मेंट केल्यानंतर जेव्हा लॅक्टिक ऍसिड प्रोड्यूस करतो, those organisms are known as lactic acid bacteria. Okay, so lactic acid bacteria means lactic acid producing bacteria. Now, आता हे जे organisms आहेत, suppose these organisms means lactic acid bacteria, suppose these are provided a carbohydrate, sugar, आणि ते कार्बोहायड्रेट त्यांना प्रोव्हाइड केल्यानंतर त्या कार्बोहायड्रेटचं ते कन्वर्जन फक्त लॅक्टिक ऍसिड मध्ये करतात की ते प्रोड्युसेस लॅक्टिक ऍसिड along with other substrates. Means whenever organisms are provided any substrate molecule, sugar, that time they ferments sugar and produces only lactic acid or along with some other products. Based upon this, lactic acid bacteria are divided into two categories. So lactic acid bacteria are divided further into two categories, and these two categories are: first, homolactic acid bacteria or homolactic acid fermentation. Homolactic acid fermentation or homolactic acid bacteria. And second category is heterolactic acid fermentation. Heterolactic acid fermentation. So what is the difference between these two types? Lactic acid bacteria means the organisms which produces lactic acid by fermentation. These organisms, whether they produces only lactic acid or along with some other products, they are divided into two categories: homolactic acid bacteria or homolactic acid fermentation, and second, heterolactic acid fermentation. Now what is the meaning of homolactic acid and heterolactic? Homolactic acid, that means a glucose, whenever suppose organism is provided with glucose or any substrate molecule, they produces only lactic acids. They produces only lactic acids. Means the ultimate product is only going to be lactate or lactic acids. No other byproducts are synthesized. That is called homolactic acid. Glucose is metabolized and only lactic acids are produced. This is called as homolactic acid fermentation. मग याचा अर्थ की हेटेरोलॅक्टिक ऍसिड फर्मेंटेशन म्हणजे काय असणार आहे? ऑब्वियसली हियर सपोज ऑर्गॅनिझम इज प्रोव्हाइडेड विथ ग्लुकोज, दे प्रोड्युसेस lactic acid but along with some other products. They produces lactic acid plus acetate plus ethanol, or they can produce other products like format also. So mixture of products are synthesized. Look at this. Homolactic acid fermentation means glucose is fermented to only similar kind of product, only lactic acid, that is homo, similar kinds of products are produced. Similar kind means only lactic acid is produced. Heterolactic acid means glucose or any substrate whenever provided, then lactic acid is produced because these are lactic acid bacteria. Lactic acid is produced but along with some other products. Like the product may be acetate, or it may be formate, or it may be ethanol or CO2. So combination of different products are produced. Hence it is called heterolactic acid fermentation or heterolactic acid bacteria. Okay, so based upon their ability to produce variety of products, lactic acid bacteria is divided into two types, that is homolactic acid fermentation and heterolactic acid fermentation. Let's see homolactic acid first and then we will move towards heterolactic acid fermentation. Before that, we should know one thing, that फर्मेंटेशन मध्ये नेहमी ऑक्सिडेशन आणि रिडक्शन बॅलन्स केला जातो. देयर इज ऑलवेज ऑक्सिडेशन आणि रिडक्शन बॅलन्स इन फर्मेंटेशन. दिस बॅलन्स ऑफ ऑक्सिडेशन अँड रिडक्शन इज मेंटेन्ड इन द फर्मेंटेशन प्रोसेस. म्हणजे काय, तर सपोज देयर इज अ रिएक्शन A is converted to B, and during this conversion hydrogen is released that is accepted by NAD. So NAD gets released that forms NADH. Okay, so काय झालं इथं, in this reaction A is oxidized, hydrogen is released and that is accepted by NAD gets released that forms NADH. इथं A चं ऑक्सिडेशन झालं. सो या रिएक्शन मध्ये काय झालेलं आहे, ऑक्सिडेशन झालं. कोणाचं ऑक्सिडेशन झालं, A या सबस्ट्रेटचं ऑक्सिडेशन झालं आणि NADH फॉर्म झाला. In the next reaction this B gets converted to C. But for conversion of B to C, it requires NADH. So here NADH is used and B is converted to C. काय झालं बघा इथं, पहिल्यांदा A ऑक्सिडाइज झाला, A मधून हायड्रोजन रिलीज झाले आणि B फॉर्म झाला. रिलीज झालेला हायड्रोजन कोणी एक्सेप्ट केला, NAD ने, काय फॉर्म झाला, NADH. सेकंड रिएक्शन काय झालं, B is converted to C. पण B चं कन्वर्जन C मध्ये होण्यासाठी B ला काय रिक्वायर्ड आहे, हायड्रोजन. मग हायड्रोजन डोनर कोण आहे इथं, हा इथं सिंथेसिस झालेला NADH. NADH acts as a donor of hydrogen. हा हायड्रोजन इथं इलेक्ट्रॉन डोनेट करतो, हायड्रोजन डोनेट करतो. B मध्ये हायड्रोजन आला की B चं रिडक्शन होतं, दॅट फॉर्म C. सो बघा इथं NADH सिंथेसाइज झाला, इथं NADH यूज केला. इथं एक सबस्ट्रेट ऑक्सिडाइज झाला, इथं दुसरा सबस्ट्रेट रिड्यूस झाला. सो हियर ऑक्सिडेशन, हियर रिडक्शन. That's why as I already mentioned, fermentation always maintains an oxidation and reduction balance. One reaction there is oxidation, another reaction there is reduction. So there is always redox potential, redox balance is maintained. Oxidation and reduction is always maintained. Okay, now let's see the types of lactic acid producing organisms, homolactic acid and heterolactic acid fermentation. First let's see homolactic acid bacteria. Homolactic acid fermentation. Okay, homolactic acid fermentation means here organism ferments sugar and produces only lactic acid. They produces two products and these two products are only going to be lactic acid. This is an homolactic acid fermentation. Okay, example of homolactic acid fermenting organism is Streptococcus, then Lactobacillus, Streptococcus, Lactobacillus, These are examples of homolactic acid fermenting organisms. Sometimes homolactic acid under starvation condition, sometimes they produces ethanol or they can also produce ferment. But mostly they produces only lactic acid. Under starvation condition, if there is no nutrient, then under such condition they can produce other products including ethanol, formate, etc. But mostly the only product formed is lactic acid. Homolactic acid fermenting organisms, they uses EMP pathway. These homolactic acid fermenting organisms, they uses EMP pathway. And by EMP pathway they generate ATP. So कसा होतो बघा एक्झॅक्टली homolactic acid fermentation मध्ये ATP जनरेट कसा होतो किंवा एक्झॅक्टली हा पाथवे कसा ऑपरेट केला जातो. एकदम सिंपल आहे. We already discussed this. EMP pathway we know there is glucose. Glucose is there. Then this glucose is converted to fructose 1,6-diphosphate. I'm not going to write all the reactions, only the point of our interest is going to be mentioned. So glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate, glucose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 6-phosphate and fructose 6-phosphate is converted to fructose 1,6-diphosphate. EMP pathway चे reactions आहेत. Now this fructose 1,6-diphosphate it is cleaved by aldolase enzyme to dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. It is cleaved to dihydroxyacetone phosphate and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. We know that glyceraldehyde is further converted to pyruvate. Here glyceraldehyde undergoes oxidation and produces pyruvate. Here there is an oxidation reaction. NAD is reduced, that forms NADH. Okay. So glyceraldehyde undergoes oxidation, that forms 1,3-diphosphoglycerate, then 3-phosphoglycerate, 2-phosphoglycerate, phosphate and pyruvate, and finally pyruvate is synthesized. This is an EMP pathway we know very well. EMP pathway produces pyruvate. Now in the next reaction, this pyruvate it is fermented by organisms. It is converted into lactic acid. How? Pyruvate is converted to lactate. Lactate means lactic acid. This pyruvate is converted to lactic acid. And during this conversion, this pyruvate accepts hydrogen from NADH. So 2 pyruvate, 2 lactate. This NADH acts as a donor of hydrogen. Pyruvate accepts the hydrogen from NADH and get reduced to form lactate. इथे काय झालं बघा, पायरुवेटचं रिडक्शन झालं, पायरुवेट रिड्यूस झाला. कसा रिड्यूस झाला? Pyruvate accepts hydrogen from NADH and gets reduced, and this reduced form is called as a lactate. मग हा NADH आला कुठून? हा NADH इथून आला. इथं बघा during glyceraldehyde to pyruvate or glyceraldehyde to 1,3-diphosphoglycerate, NAD is reduced to form NADH. हा NADH इथे यूज केला, पायरुवेटचं रिडक्शन झालं आणि लॅक्टेट फॉर्म झाला. ओके, इथं एन्झाइम आहे, एन्झाइम इज कॉल्ड लॅक्टेट डिहायड्रोजिनेस, LDH, लॅक्टेट डिहायड्रोजिनेस. ओके, glyceraldehyde is formed, glyceraldehyde is oxidized, reactions continues and that forms pyruvate. आणि हा जो पायरुवेट आहे, पायरुवेटचं रिडक्शन होतं म्हणजे काय होतं? पायरुवेट हायड्रोजन ऍक्सेप्ट करतो. इथं हायड्रोजनचा डोनर कोण आहे? इथला NADH. हा NADH पायरुवेटला हायड्रोजन डोनेट करतो, पायरुवेट रिड्यूस होतो आणि हा जो रिड्यूस पायरुवेट आहे, this is called as lactate. So finally lactate means lactic acid is produced. No other byproducts are synthesized. This is called as homolactic acid fermentation. This enzyme is lactate dehydrogenase. मगाशी मी सांगितलं तसं की एक सबस्ट्रेट ऑक्सिडाइज होतो की दुसरा रिड्यूस होतो. इथं बघा ग्लिसरॉलेट रिड्यूस झाला, ऑक्सिडाइज झाला, इथं पायरुवेट रिड्यूस झाला. सो ऑक्सिडेशन रिडक्शन बॅलन्स इज मेंटेन. मग तुम्हाला प्रश्न पडला असेल इथे SLP कुठं आला? तर ऑब्वियसली ग्लिसरॉलेट 3-phosphate to 1,3-diphosphoglycerate, 1,3-diphosphoglycerate to 3-phosphoglycerate, it is the first example of SLP. And finally phosphoryl pyruvate to pyruvate, it is the second example of SLP. So during this, 2 ATPs are synthesized by substrate level phosphorylation. Understood? सगळ्यांना समजलं? ओके, व्हेरी सिंपल. मग प्रश्न पडतो असा की व्हाय ओनली लॅक्टेट, फक्त लॅक्टेटच का, लॅक्टिक ऍसिडच का सिंथेसाइज होतो, बाकीचे प्रोडक्ट्स का सिंथेसाइज होत नाही? व्हाय ओनली लॅक्टेट इज सिंथेसाइज्ड? बिकॉज लॅक्टिक ऍसिड बॅक्टेरिया they have an regulation mechanism. They regulates the pathways. पाथवे अशा पद्धतीने रेग्युलेट करतात की फक्त लॅक्टेटच सिंथेसाइज होणार, लॅक्टिक ऍसिडच सिंथेसाइज होणार, बाकीचे कोणतेही बाय प्रोडक्ट सिंथेसाइज होत नाही. बिकॉज द पाथवे इज meant only for synthesis of lactic acid. So how exactly the pathway is regulated? पाथवे रेग्युलेट करण्यासाठी बाहेरचे सबस्ट्रेट कुणी नाही, बाहेरचा एन्झाइम कुठला नाही. पाथवे मधले कंपाऊंड्स इंटरमिजिएट जे असतात तेच रेग्युलेट करतात. एक्झाम्पल बघा, वी नो दॅट ग्लुकोज, ये भी पाथवे आहे, ग्लुकोज कन्वर्टेड टू fructose 1,6 diphosphate, fructose 1,6 diphosphate, then this fructose 1,6 diphosphate it is cleaved to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and dihydroxyacetone phosphate. ये भी पाथवे मध्ये रिएक्शन आहे. Then this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate continues and that produces pyruvate. Pyruvate is synthesized. Now, आता या pyruvate पासून दोन प्रोडक्ट सिंथेसाइज होऊ शकतात. पायरुवेटचं कन्वर्जन फर्दर आपण बघितलं लॅक्टेट मध्ये होतं, but yes, it can also be converted to other products. From pyruvate, one product that is lactate can be synthesized. Enzyme is LDH, lactate dehydrogenase, and from this formate can also be synthesized. Formate plus acetyl CoA, it can also be synthesized. Okay, normally pyruvate can be converted to formate and acetyl CoA. Here enzyme involved is formate lyase. Formate lyase. Okay, and pyruvate can also be converted to lactate. Enzyme involved is lactate dehydrogenase. But why only lactate is synthesized? Answer is very simple. This glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, inhibits formate lyase. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate जो इंटरमिजिएट आहे पाथवेचा, तो काय करतो, फॉर्मेट लाइजला इनहिबिट करतो. फॉर्मेट लाइजला इनहिबिट करतो, बट फ्रुक्टोज 1,6 diphosphate it activates lactate dehydrogenase. Fructose 1,6 diphosphate activates lactate dehydrogenase, and glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate which is an triose inhibits formate lyase. काय होईल आता? सिंपल. ग्लिसरॉलडेहाइड 3-phosphate न जर फॉर्मेट लाइज ला इनहिबिट केला तर पायरुवेट will not be converted to formate and acetyl CoA. At the same time, fructose 1,6 diphosphate activates lactate dehydrogenase. So this will convert pyruvate to lactate. म्हणजे लेफ्ट हँड रिएक्शन कंटिन्यू होते, राइट हँड रिएक्शन इनहिबिट होते, म्हणजे फक्त पाथवे कसा डायव्हर्ट होणार, लॅक्टेट कडे. That's why homolactic acid bacteria they produces only homolactic acid. No other byproducts are synthesized because intermediates of the pathway they are responsible for inhibition of conversion of pyruvate to other products. Conversion of pyruvate to other products are inhibited, stopped by the intermediates. Example, glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate inhibits formate lyase. This is an inhibition. Inhibition झाल्यामुळे pyruvateचं conversion इकडे होत नाही. Pyruvate is converted only to lactate. So homolactic acid fermentation produces only 2 molecules of lactate. No other byproducts are synthesized. This is homolactic acid fermentation. First example of fermentation. And during conversion of glyceraldehyde to pyruvate, ATPs are synthesized by SLP. Next example, that is heterolactic acid fermentation. Heterolactic acid fermentation, where lactic acid along with some other products are synthesized. So here lactic acid is synthesized but along with other products. That is called lactic acid fermentation. So here lactic acid is produced along with other products like formate, Sometimes it may be acetyl-CoA, it may be carbon dioxide, or it may be ethanol. So lactate plus ethanol plus carbon dioxide plus formate or acetate mixture or combination of different products is synthesized. Hence it is called heterolactic acid fermentation. मग याला ही लॅक्टिक ऍसिड का म्हणतो? कारण लॅक्टिक ऍसिड सिंथेसाइज होतो, that's why lactic acid. But along with other products, hence called heterolactic acid fermenting or fermentation or fermenting organisms. Examples of heterolactic acid fermentation, that is leuconostoc species, or we know Lactobacillus brevis, Lactobacillus buccineri. So these are some examples of heterolactic acid fermenting organisms. Leuconostoc species, Lactobacillus species including Lactobacillus brevis and Lactobacillus buccineri. These are some examples of heterolactic acid fermenting organisms. Now, this heterolactic acid fermentation, they ferments glucose or they metabolize glucose by HMP path. Homolactic acid मध्ये glucose metabolize केला जातो by EMP pathway. In heterolactic acid fermentation, glucose is metabolized by HMP pathway, hexose monophosphate pathway, we know very well. So here heterolactic acid fermenting organisms, they ferment glucose by HMP pathway. Now how exactly organisms ferment and they produces heterolactic acid? They produce a variety of products. Let's see. HMP pathway, it starts from glucose is converted to glucose 6-phosphate, then 6-phosphogluconolactone, then 6-phosphogluconate, and that produces 6-phosphogluconate undergoes oxidative decarbonylation and produces ribulose 5-phosphate. HMP pathway, glucose is converted to ribulose 5-phosphate. Then this ribulose 5-phosphate, it is converted to a mixture of, till now it is an HMP pathway, but now ribulose 5-phosphate, it is going to be fermented by organisms. Okay, it produces glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and acetyl phosphate. This ribulose 5-phosphate, it is cleaved, broken down, catabolized into glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and acetyl phosphate. Okay, then this glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it is converted, it enters EMP pathway. So here it enters EMP pathway and it is converted to pyruvate. During this conversion, we know NAD is reduced to form NADH. Okay, a pyruvate is synthesized. Finally, this pyruvate, it undergoes reduction and produces lactate. Pyruvate is reduced to form lactate. Here this synthesized NADH is used, same reaction that we have already discussed. NADH is used as a donor. So NADH donates hydrogen, pyruvate gets reduced to form lactate, enzyme is lactate dehydrogenase. Glucose is metabolized to ribulose 5-phosphate by HMP pathway. Then ribulose 5-phosphate is cleaved to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate and acetyl phosphate. Glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate enters pyruvate, enters EMP pathway and gets converted to pyruvate. Here NADH is synthesized. This NADH is used to reduce pyruvate by lactate dehydrogenase and pyruvate is converted to or reduced to lactate. So lactic acid is synthesized. So it is a lactic acid fermentation. But other products are synthesized, like from this acetyl phosphate, acetaldehyde can be synthesized, and from which ethanol can be synthesized. Ethanol. So here ethanol is synthesized. Two products, lactate and ethanol. So it is called heterolactic acid fermentation. So till now it is HMP pathway, here it is EMP pathway. Acyl phosphate is converted to acetaldehyde, acetaldehyde is then converted to ethanol. So multiple products are synthesized, hence it is called heterolactic acid fermentation. During this conversion, ATPs are synthesized by substrate level phosphorylation. So this is all about the lactic acid fermentation. Upon lactic acid fermentation as an example of substrate level phosphorylation बघतोय. In lactic acid fermentation, in homolactic acid fermentation, EMP pathway is used, and in EMP pathway, ATPs are generated by SLP. No respiratory electron transport chain involved. Heterolactic acid fermentation, HMP pathway along with EMP pathway is involved, but again no ETC involved, no electron transport chain involved. ATPs are generated only by substrate level phosphorylation. So this is all about the substrate level phosphorylation, the first mode of ATP generation, and that is substrate level phosphorylation.